시침이 또 체인가 많아도 Versace
Hey Blue Rockers, Connie Willis here at this neat camping retreat in Bailey, Colorado. This is the outside of it. We'll go on in the inside. This is where Ron Morehead will speak tomorrow. It's really nice, smells good. Very neat looking. Isn't that cool? So he's going to speak here tomorrow night. So welcome to the Bigfoot Friday. Neat little area where it's a retreat, camping area. That's where he's going to speak. I'm going to hold my iPad right there and try to record him along the way. And so they filled up half of this, and they're going to put people over here too. So I'll show you where Ron's he's going to be here. So he will stand right here and he'll see everybody, right? Right, so they've got the chairs there. I think they're going to put chairs there. That's what the setup is right now. And that's Carrie Campbell. His wife. There's Ron right there. He's talking to Dennis. That's Dennis's wife right there. We're doing all the work. Look at the women doing all the work. Just kidding. I met a Bigfooter, Jason Frank, and that's his buddy right there. And there's Ron right here.
No, it's funny though.
There's equipment.
I wish I had more time, Ron, but one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is I used to not believe in that stuff because I like to see if there's a bear there, I see a bear, it's moving, it's physical like you and me. And I believe Sasquatch are the same way. The more I got, the more time I spent, the more involved I got. The strange things that I started witnessing personally that changed my mind about all of it was the orb. And you know, more than one occasion, these ripping, tearing sounds. I'd get in a tent, and it always happened in tents. I'd be in a tent, and I'd hear, "What is this? What is your theory?"
They're toying with you.
Yeah, you mentioned it a number of times, and when I got the book at home, the old paperback, Al Berry and the one that wrote, and Slade. I have that at home, and at the back, the last chapter, that talks about the strange stuff. When I started reading through that, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, holy cow! I didn't doubt it. It's not that I said, oh, no, that's bull. I started reading that, and I said, holy cow! There's a whole different aspect that no one talks about.
Well,
what is?
A lot of people talk about it now.
Yeah.
Orbs is pretty common.
The orbs.
I see a lot of orbs. We were at Joe Hauser's place, Montana Vortex.
Joe Hauser's, which one's that?
Montana Vortex in Montana.
Oh, okay. Think of
And we had orbs up there following us around sometimes. What they are, we don't know, but there's
Energy.
theories.
Balls
Well,
of
everything's energy.
Yeah.
But what kind of energy and what they're representing is the question.
And what about the tearing sounds? Do you think
They
there's
can make that sound.
it's a sound that they
They
produce?
can produce any sound they want, in my opinion. And actually, the studies we've done, even Curlin's report, Man Like Monsters on Trial, it shows the range of which they got. It doesn't get into infrasound or ultrasound, but it certainly suggests, because we couldn't record them then, we don't know. But infrasound and ultrasound may be something else they can do. I think personally they have more than two vocal cords.
Yeah.
They've got something unique about their vocal apparatus that allows them to do a lot of stuff that, like the time we had thought was our campus being tore apart, and you look out there and nothing's changed. Well, how'd that sound happen?
You all look like you
Sounds
think
like
you're coming right through here, don't ya? And they did.
The only thing is they could either hypnotize us all, thinking that's what we heard, or there was making a sound out there that might get our attention, make us jump out of the shelter, which we didn't do.
For what purpose?
Playing with us.
Intimidation. So not unlike a guerrilla bluff charge or something that would try to
Intimidation or play?
Try to intimidate.
I think they're playing with us because I think they're trying to see what we're going to do.
Exactly. And to measure the character of the person that they're dealing with, to see if you're going to run, which would accomplish maybe part of the goal is to move you out of the area.
place to
Or,
run there.
or in Ron's case, which I believe eventually happened over time, once the intimidation didn't work, they felt, okay, we can maybe get along with you guys. Maybe we can reach them somehow.
Well, they did.
And they did, yeah. So,
They went right up to your mics. That's crazy.
That
That's
is
cool.
awesome. And you know, the logistical feat back in the 70s to do that, because we didn't have the technology then that we do now, and he had to carry how much gear up there. I mean, that had to take, because when I first started this run, I actually was using, back in 2000, 2001, I actually reverted to an old reel-to-reel RCA tape recorder because of the audio quality of that tape recorder at the time was superior to the digital. So I actually used, for the first couple of years, we carried this big RCA digital recorder with a mic system and everything set up at one of the cabin locations here. We were doing some research out of trying to get audio, because at that time, that was really high quality audio recording. So this big old device that required, you had to plug it into a wall, Al had to use, probably at that time, very expensive and high quality reel-to-reel recorders.
Well, what
right,
we
for
used
that.
in the 70s was just cassettes. That's
Yeah.
all Barry had. But he had the top nuts. I had a top nuts type cassette
Yeah.
player too, which is the best you could get at the time, stereo mics and all that stuff. All burning my house fire,
Yeah.
tapes and all. Fortunately, I sent one of the tapes off to Al Berry, who still had a copy of it. That's why I produced my second CD with, because otherwise I lost all my quality sounds like you wouldn't believe.
Did you?
You could hear him walking around the shelter like this.
So you
I had
did
stereo
lose.
headset.
You did lose some that.
I lost them all.
But
all mine.
some that are not included in Sierra Sound.
No, they're pretty much, well, Al Berry caught the clearest sounds. Those are the ones that got studied. And what happened 2 years later when I was recording with my cassette player, that's the ones that all got burned out. All my good sounds I recorded with my good. I said before when I interacted with them, I didn't have my nice stereo. I just had
No
this
worries,
cassette,
no worries.
Yeah.
saddlebag,
Yeah.
and that's all I had. And
All your stuff got burned?
yes.
You think that was a mistake, an accident? Or, you know,
Well, I
just
know-
got to ask you.
Nobody set fire to my house.
I'm just,
That was electrical fire.
Okay.
Between the first and second floor, smoldering and
just asking,
Burn
because
it down,
people
burn it
will ask me to ask you that.
One of the best audio recordings I could have potentially taken in Kentucky, we had.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah, we had a project, we were working there, and I literally had one evening, we did a few wood knocks, and it was very rare that they vocalized over there. They're very quiet. But when they did vocalize, one night I got it very good, very clear, and probably not more than 100 yards into the woods. The scream, yell, and it sounded like a female, like a woman. You know, you've heard the description before, the woman kind of being strangled, but she was just screaming. Clear, loud, very good. I had just set up a brand new recording. I had a Edirol R1 hand recorder, digital recorder, and I just put a brand new SD card in it. Just got it that day. Put that sucker in there, I formatted it, I thought. And here I am, and I get this recording, and it was by far the best I'd ever collected around there. And I went back to play that later on.
wasn't there?
It wasn't there.
So I got an error stating
Those things
that
happen.
but you know, the thing was that it worked fine prior to that and after that. But
Yeah.
that one time was the only time it had ever made an error, and it told me that the format couldn't play back the format because the card was bad, brand new card. Never had any issues like that before or after. That one time, I thought I had really a piece of gold, and I lost that. But you know, Bigfooters tell you quite often that sometimes strange things happen when you've got really good potential to get evidence, and I
Absolutely.
can't explain it. I
And
don't know what it is.
And what's your name again?
Dennis,
Dennis what?
full.
Okay. I want all the Blue Rockers out there to know you.
Oh, okay.
So say hi to our Bigfoot Friday Blue Rockers.
Hello, Bigfoot. Bigfoot Friday, you said?
Bigfoot Friday.
Hello, Bigfoot Fridayers.
There you go.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. Some people call it.
We'll be talking to that man here soon enough. That's Jim. He owns the Sasquatch Outpost. It's really cool.
There's so many parallels in biblical things.
And see, that's what it's like when you're around Ron, isn't it? Yes. Yep. So he will be here tomorrow night. Some of you will be here too. And he's going to do what he does best. He's going to tell his stories, and it's going to be a good night. It'll be a fun night, and everybody will get a chance to talk to him too. And he'll be selling his book and talking about his book and signing his book. So tomorrow night, just look it up. Look at Bailey, Colorado, and look for the Sasquatch Outpost, and I'm sure you'll have all the details right there. And this is the outside to where he is. Very squatchy area. A lot of stuff going on here. Look at that snow, and that's something snow. We're up high. We're up high. All right, blue rockers. See, you can always tell when they're not a blue rocker yet, right? He said Bigfoot Fridayers. We'll work on that. Don't you worry. By the end of the weekend, he will be a blue rocker. By the end of tonight, I'm going to go in there right now, make sure he is. All right, you guys. Thanks for being here. Hit that like button. Share this with other people. Let's grow this audience, folks, or I'm going to have to stop. That's just the end of it. Okay, don't let that happen. Connie Willis here for Bigfoot Friday and Blue Rock Talk, Earth's most interesting conversations. We're talking people, places, and things. More to come.